Sometimes all you need is a hug. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling a little under the weather. It was a rough night. It's been a rough morning. It's been a kind of a bumpy afternoon. The rough night attributable to things we don't need to go into detail about, but let's just say something didn't agree with me. I am out and about rather than lying in bed because I was invited to a ceremony, and it'd be rude not to go along. Hence, white shirt. In fact, even got my own sarong. But being a ceremony, which is a pretty special thing, not a tourist attraction, I'm gonna be fairly subtle about shooting any video, if at all, but we might just get some little glimpses. Ooh, my gut has gotten the better of me. Not in that I'm rushing back to my accommodation, but that I just feel weak and dreadful. Look, you always get one of these on a trip, don't you? It's never any fun. And maybe it's times like these when traveling with a friend or your partner is preferable to the solo travel. Sometimes all you need is a hug. It's the next morning. Had to excuse myself last night. Again, I was just feeling dreadful. Went home, went to bed. Uneventful night, but yesterday I literally only spent about 4 or 5 hours out of bed and didn't eat anything. Plenty of hydration, but no solids. So, uncharacteristically, and probably because I slept so much yesterday, I'm up at 5:30, not usually a morning person, but it does seem an opportunity to get to the morning market to see what's going on, and an opportunity to maybe get some breakfast at the morning market, because I'm thankful that I actually feel like eating some food now. Okay, wild card. I had assumed that the morning market was where the night market was, but evidently not. All right, after a fair bit of asking around, I found it. You would never know where it was. It's a little bit subterranean, a little bit rabbit warren, and tight quarters. It's really only a single lane and it's tricky to get past people. Plenty of raw meats. Well, there's paths to take. I'm definitely going to get lost in here, but are you lost if you don't know where you are? Ooh, that's some kind of sausage. I think this is called urutan. Urutan? Yeah. Urutan. Yeah. That's a big long curly sausage. Very tasty, but that was raw. But I'm in the market for something to eat now. Some little breakfasty banana and rice combo would be good. What have we got here? Permisi?
Ya.
Ini manis? Nak gurih Ayam daging.
Daging ayam.
Okay. Makasih. So happy man. Senang, senang pria.
Song a sing.
Yeah.
Sing a song.
Beautiful. Not really interested in this sort of pre-packaged stuff like that. Want some little banana leaf wrapped morsels. Although that looks interesting. Selamat pagi.
Ya.
Ini manis?
Manis.
Manis. Berapa harganya?
5.000 dapat 6.
Okay. Okay.
Berapa? 5.000.
5.000. Ribu, makasih. No, suksema. Dan gurih asin.
Ya.
Okay, nah tidak.
Oh, tidak.
Bye-bye.
Ya.
All right, well there's something secured. Well, it's quite steamy and close down here. And I might head back up to the street for some oxygen. I don't suffer from claustrophobia, but once I decided that I wanted out of there and couldn't necessarily find the exit, things got tense for me. I saw some people buying some food at a little stall that I passed on the way here, and I think that they were selling the kind of thing that I wanted for breakfast. So I'm going to head back there, grab that, and then take these as well and head back to my accommodation and eat there rather than just hanging out on the street. Next stop, maybe something wrapped in banana leaves. Well, indeed, we got something wrapped in banana leaves. What precisely? I'm not 100% sure. Let's find out. Oh wow, that looks super sweet. That looks, oh my goodness. That looks way sweeter than what I really was looking for, but let's give it a try. No, that's fine. I would say that that is sticky rice or rice ground up and it tastes like apricot. And maybe apricot and tamarind. And just the perfect amount of sweetness. Am I drinking my coffee from a beer mug? Yes, don't judge me. This place comes with a lot of pots, pans, cutlery and crockery, but not coffee cups. So what do? We improvise, we adapt, we overcome. All right, let's try one of these other little morsels. I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of pancake. Still warm. Yep, some kind of pancake. Look like pancake, tastes like pancake. But compared to the other thing I just ate, this is very simple. The other thing was super complex. The flavors in the first thing just kept revealing themselves one after another. This is a slightly sweet pancake. Perfect with a coffee in a giant beer mug. Our next destination for the day may require a sarong, may require a white shirt. That'll give you a clue as to the type of place. And we're not going there necessarily because of its cultural significance, but because I think it's just gonna look cool. The place that we're headed, it's only about 3 years old to the best of my knowledge. And along the way, I thought we might talk a little bit about language. I'll be the first to admit that my Indonesian is awful, but I've got some, and some is better than none. I'm going to shout out 2 YouTube channels. One is Sanur Diaries, and the other is Adi Knows Bali. And it's thanks to Adi Knows Bali that I'm heading to where I'm heading today. Am I heading down there? Maybe I am. So we're going to Kelecung. Now, I've probably massacred that name. It's an area just a little bit east of, oh man, you gotta have a look at this. It's less about the road down there. It's more about the road up there. Well, this ought to be fun. As I was saying, Kelecung, there is a temple there that I found out about via Adi Knows Bali's channel. Why was I even watching Adi Knows Bali's channel? Because while trying to improve my Indonesian listening comprehension, we're going up the big bit, I found Adi's channel and I found that the way he speaks, or perhaps the speed that he speaks, made it easier for me to understand. Oh man, I gotta stop again. Where we are is just unbelievably gorgeous. 360 degrees of unbelievable gorgeousness. It is a little grey today, so I hope that what you're seeing is doing the actual view justice. Now, the shout out for Sanur Diaries channel is because Adam, whose channel it is, excuse this bump, has an episode about learning Indonesian. And in the video description of that video, he links to a list of 100 words, which are a great starter. And so I highly recommend checking out that video and checking out that list of 100 words. Honestly, this ride is ridiculous. My Indonesian is terrible. My grammar is terrible, but I've got about 350 words that live permanently in my head and 50 that float around and will come to me sometimes when needed and sometimes not. It's just so beautiful. The way that I have been learning Indonesian was initially via flashcards, and that's certainly what Adam recommends. And also, if you watch Wayne's channel, Fiasco de Gama, Wayne also is an advocate, Huggy, of flashcards. So I was using physical flashcards, but then I discovered an app which is kind of like digital flashcards but on steroids. The app is called Anki, A-N-K-I. Now, I could try and explain to you how it works, but I think it'd be better to show you. And you know, learning some Indonesian will allow you to communicate with 270 million people. As a flatmate when I was living in Belgium said to me, language is power. And it really, really is true. We are at Pura Kelecung. It is entry via donation. You will need a sarong, and if you don't have your own, they will supply one for you. And your sarong is free. There's no haggling or hustling like there is at some temples. We've got options, but that looks like the more mysterious options. Uh-oh, except there's a no enter sign. All right, so of our options, let's take this option. So I mentioned that this place is only about 3 years old, and it was funded, at least in part, by a man from the Netherlands. Ooh, concerning number of do not enters, but that is impressive. So the Dutch guy who had converted to Hinduism prior to visiting this area had a spiritual moment at this place, and in his words, wanted to create something special here, but also to promote spiritual tourism. That was the term used. I'm not 100% sure what that means. The two kind of don't seem to go together, or do they? I guess, you know, the precedent of the pilgrimage has been around forever. And there was always people making money from the pilgrims because pilgrims need to eat, pilgrims need to stay somewhere. So I guess tourism and spirituality can coexist. Certainly though, this is the most hassle-free temple I have ever been to. And by hassle-free, I mean people not wanting a piece of you the moment that you arrive. It's certainly a serene setting next to this river. Wow, these rock carvings are pretty cool. Unfortunately, another no entry. Maybe this is why they don't charge to come in. That looks rather spectacular. But I can also appreciate the fact that this isn't a tourist attraction. This is a living, breathing temple for the local community. And so a lot of these places that are no entry for tourists with a camera on a stick are for spiritual purposes. I can completely be on board with that and respect that. Would you look how beautiful that bird is? Doesn't seem scared of me. There's a bunch of them. It's certainly a place of serenity, and I do have the whole place to myself. Would I go out of my way to come here? Not necessarily. I was 6 minutes down the road. But if you're passing by, definitely, because really, these giant statues are the star of the show. Apart from the impressive statues, there's some impressive plants here too. That's a gorgeous orchid. Not sure what this is, but the butterfly likes it. These air plants always fascinate me. You know, I thought I was done here, but the more I look around, the more intricate details I see that are incredibly interesting. So maybe there's a lesson there for me, although the giant statue is the star of the show. There's probably always a few more layers to uncover anywhere you go. And it really is just a delightful place to casually stroll around and take it all in. And the longer I'm here, the more sense of peace and calm I feel. I wasn't stressed when I got here, but now I feel everything is slowed down, and I'm trying to avoid saying I feel at one with the world, but I feel at one with the world. So that's Pura Kelecung. Nice place to visit if you're needing some oneness with the world. If rice field walks are on your to-do list, you could do a lot worse than this little road running between Kelecung and Antap. And a view of the ocean is the absolute cherry on top. In news just to hand, don't trust old Western white dudes talking about Southeast Asian food. Not going to stop me, but the little tasty morsels wrapped in banana leaves that I was eating earlier, not rice, not sticky rice, that was cassava, which is in the sweet potato family. And the sweetness comes from what was described to me as red sugar, and a little bit of Googling revealed is molasses. So that's what that was. Now back to the topic of language. Why wouldn't you learn some language of the place that you're going to? And in terms of Indonesia, there's an organization in the United States called the Foreign Services Institute. They rank languages in terms of difficulty for English speakers to learn on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the most difficult. Indonesian comes in at number 2. Why is it so easy? First of all, there are no past, present, future tenses of words. So for example, right now, saya pergi jalan-jalan, I'm going for a walk. But if I went for a walk earlier, saya pergi jalan-jalan dulu, I went for a walk before. If I'm going for a walk later, saya pergi jalan-jalan nanti. Pergi, the word for go, went, going, the same every single time. What's another thing that makes it easy? There are loads of loan words from English. Do you like chocolate? Guess how you'd ask for chocolate? You'd use the word chocolate. Do you need a taxi? It's taxi. Got a problem with your computer? It's computer. Also loan words from Dutch, which are close enough to English. I'm currently going for an explore, also known as explorasi. So probably if you know some Spanish, you could get by as well. Scratch that. I have no clue whether Spanish is going to help you in Indonesia. Geez, that looks like hard work. Saya bantu! Saya bantu! Okay, I'm going to give these guys a hand. Hello. Kuat! Kuat!
Okay, come here.
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Whoa. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh, kenceng.
Sandalnya cuci, sandalnya. Ya, cuci dulu kakinya, cuci. Yo, oke, terima kasih.
Okay. Oh, good. Cool. Ayo, let's go. Cuci kaki.
Di mana cuci kaki? Nggak ada air. Waternya kosong.
Maaf Bu, saya mengerti sedikit-sedikit bahasa Indonesia. Oh. Air? Air?
Yo.
Oh, nah tidak masalah. Saya pergi
Dari air terus
pulang.
pulang. Oh,
Pulang. Tepat.
Mana
Pulang
sadonya?
depan.
Saya cuci dulu, bentar sini.
Wah.
Sadonya. Cuci. Nah.
Oh, easy. Easy.
Ah,
Makasih, makasih.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kembali. Right, what was I talking about? Language, Indonesian, easy, learn some. It's also easy because there are no genders to words like there are in, and I'm going to stay in my lane here and stick with languages that I know, namely, oh, can you hear my sandals squelching? Yeah, words don't have genders, so that makes things easy. What else makes it easy? Oh, there are no wildcards with how certain letters are pronounced. Take the letter C in English. It could be an S sound. It could be a K sound. It could sometimes be a ch sound. In Indonesian, always ch, never anything else. And the only instance of a letter acting weird in Indonesian is the K. If it's at the end of a word, you kind of swallow it. So the word meaning many, which if you're reading it off the page would be banyak, you kind of swallow that K and it's banyak. Or the formal addressing of an older man, what we might call Mr. or Sir, which is spelt pak, P-A-K. That's a pak. But apart from that, super simple. Super simple. And forget the practicalities of being able to order your food or, ask directions. What about actually just having simple conversations with people? It doesn't have to be much beyond, what do you do for work? Do you have kids? Do you live nearby? So on your next trip, regardless of where it is, are you going to squeak by maybe only knowing hello, goodbye, yes, no, please, thank you? Or with the world of resources that are available to you for free, are you going to just spend that little extra time to get a little bit of language in your kit so that if you find yourself in a situation where you need help, you can ask for it, so that you can strike up conversations with locals just for the niceties of life? Or perhaps if someone approaches you and says something, you may not know that they're just saying, hey, how are you? And maybe think that they're trying to sell you something, and you just fob them off and walk away, leaving them thinking, how rude. Have a think about that for a second.